Pandemic, fight, or flight. A wonderful day, ladies and gentlemen. Please let me introduce myself. I am William Bryce Angeles from grade 11 Geophysics, representing Calamba City Science Integrated School. Before anything else, I would like to ask these questions that always pique my interest. How have you been? Do you feel okay? How does the current situation affect you? Does this quarantine make you feel any better or worse? Well, whatever your answer is, we can relate to that. In addition, what should you do next? What will you choose? Fight or flight? Let's find out. Before the pandemic reaches us, I have such planned errands and post-graduation parties to attend. But sadly, things have changed. The school year 2019 to 2020 is indeed a blast. But on how it ended, I don't think a person would even want to reminisce or talk about it. Just like Thanos from the Avengers, one snap, and things have changed. My goals, my achievements, my priorities have also changed when the COVID-19 came. Frankly, I don't think anyone is prepared for this. We all suffer, experience anxiety, and even depression. I thought this only happens in the movies and series that I watched. But no, this is the reality. We needed to wake up and do something right. Not for the economy, government, or family. But this time, we shall prioritize ourselves. I solely believe that preparedness is one of the key components in preserving our physical health because accidents and calamities happens all the time. So as my first piece of advice, take a risk and be prepared. Also, it's vital to remind that mental health is as fragile as your physical health. People, I know how busy and precious your time is, but I just wanted to remind every one of you to give enough attention to your mental stability as it affects both of your physical and emotional health as well. Considering that the social gatherings are prohibited, the risk of experiencing uncertain feelings is high. But let me remind you again, you are not alone. So choose, are you going to fight or flight? To start, make some space and take a break. In these times, see things in a better light rather than overthinking and losing your mind. Take this as an opportunity to relax and reflect. Through this, you can assess yourself if your goals and your decisions are wise enough. If not, leave those baggage behind and start a new life in the new normal. Now, let us further talk a little bit more thorough. As I said earlier, see things in a better light. Indeed, since we're all at home, do the things that you wanted to do when you don't have the time in the past. Make the most out of it. Don't let yourself doubt, and just keep doing the little things that makes you happy without exemptions. Be selfish once in a while since it's your life, which means it's your call as well. As for my third piece of advice, breathe. But why? For the past few years, people have become busy with their hobbies and responsibilities, but the only thing that they forgot is to breathe. They do not realize how time passes through them. Because of this, their emotions build up and will create a much bigger problem. Have you experienced when your body feels so heavy? This is only an indication that you needed to breathe and stop worrying. You are a human being, not a god nor immortal. As we know, pandemic affects many families, enterprises, and even their beloved jobs due to the economic adjustments made. But as we go deeper, I think everything happens for a reason. I have faith in the Lord that we will overcome this together as we realize how life is a gift and a blessing rather than seeing it as a burden. Then again, before the pandemic hit us, I wasn't able to give enough time in my hobbies such as photography and photo editing because the workloads are my top priorities. But considering that we're under a crisis, I took advantage of it. I may sound insensitive, but no, I am just being optimistic. Moreover, I use this time to reconnect and focus on improving my hobbies, which I think is academically beneficial. Although there are distractions, this will serve as your discipline test. I myself experienced being alone, but that's unhealthy. As the quote said, no man is an island. There are other ways of communication, especially that the technology is advanced. Do not be shy to talk or to open up with your friends or family or even teachers because they will listen to you and serve as a helping hand. Lastly, we are one and we do not leave a man behind. My fifth piece of advice is acceptance. Throughout your journey in these times, it is always better if we accept the insights, the learnings, and realizations we gained for us to adapt to the transition of the economy when the time came. I know that acceptance might be hard, but reflecting on yourself, I think what you have overcome is just way beyond expectations. So, congratulations. Additionally, acceptance can develop one's confidence, self esteem, and perception if it genuinely undergoes the said processes. Also, it is related to self love. By accepting our flaws, imperfections, and scars, we are able to love ourselves authentically. Even though these weaknesses can be perceived as a negative trait, still, weaknesses can also be considered as a strength if we accept who we are. As a result, my sixth and last advice is to pray. I don't care what religion you belong to because at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. We are all human beings with different beliefs and principles. So, what I wanted you to do is to have faith in what you believe and don't let anyone break that bond from you because that is the foundation of life. Now, take a moment to digest all of this, then look at the mirror and ask yourself again, how have you been? Do you feel okay? How does the current situation affect you? Does this quarantine make you feel any better or worse? On the contrary, do not forget to take a rest, make space, breathe, ask, accept, and pray. Lastly, with all of these realizations, choose one, fight or flight. Once again, I am William Bryce Angeles from Calamba City Science Integrated School. Stay safe and to God be the glory.